Two things every Christian parent must teach their children. My name is Olusegun Mokuolu. I'm sure you are aware that there are a lot of things to teach your children. But when we say two things, it is to give emphasis. And particularly because we have observed that these two things are posing a great challenge in the life of people. Looking at our lives as adults, you will discover that you are preoccupied with two major things: making money and marriage. And if you check people's life, they will have problem in one of two areas: money or marriage. So we discover that money is very critical and central to our lives, even as Christians. And then marriage is so crucial to our lives. And people are having a lot of problems with regards to these two. There are young people in prison today because of money. There are women today that are depressed, that are suffering because of marriage. So one wonders, if these two things are so central to our lives, how come in many cases our parents didn't teach us about these two? They send us to school, um, ask us to do our homework and so on. But hardly did you see anyone that while growing up, the parents were deliberate, strategic in teaching that child about money and about marriage. So it's very crucial that these two you must teach your children about it. Otherwise, you will hand over the rat race that you were running. You will hand it over to them. They will continue to run it and possibly hand it over to their own children also. You don't want that to happen. We thank God for knowledge. Now we have videos on parenting generally. So this is not dealing with parenting as a whole. And we will try and put a link in the description if you are watching it on our YouTube channel, to ensure that if you want to watch videos on parenting, on different subjects about parenting, you can avail yourself of it. But here, we just want to bring to your attention two crucial things that you are missing out. When you look at people, the problems in their life, they are related to these two issues. If they are not marital related, they are monetarily related. So, which means that we must give attention to this. Instead of all the go to school, study, and so on, which is also good in itself, but you should also be very deliberate and intentional in raising your children, teaching them about money, teaching them about marriage, so that they don't run into problems. When it comes to getting married, many young people are trying to figure it out on their own, making many mistakes, and some they have entered into it, have entered into wrong marriage because nobody was really there to guide them or to help them. And the parent didn't teach them this thing while they were growing up. They may always be saying, "Oh, don't go and have sex outside of marriage," or if particularly Christian parents, "Don't fornicate." All of that, they are right in telling us all of those things. But equally, they should have taught us, how do you marry right? How do you handle your feelings? How do you manage money? How do you make money? They should not have just prepared us to earn a certificate. They should really have trained us to be able to earn money. Because that's why some young ladies are into prostitution. I'm not justifying what they are doing. I'm just saying that, parenting, if it is properly done, will save children from a lot of problems in their lives. So let me just give you an overview of what you need to teach your children. Number one, you need to let them see the need for money. The need for money. As Christians, we will need money. So right from childhood, they need to understand this need. You need to, because you teach them the need to pass their studies. They need to be first in class, but you don't teach them the need to have money. You must teach them. You must also teach them the danger of money. If you don't do this, all the people that are being accused of fraud, of being in prison now for fraud and so on, is because somebody probably didn't teach them about the dangers of money. The love of money is the root of all evil, not money. We need money, but we cannot love money. And if you don't explain the difference to them and show them practically, it becomes a problem. You can solve many problems that a child will face in life by teaching them this thing. So that child will not grow up and somebody will say, go and carry cocaine. He says, no, daddy has taught me that any money that you want to make that violates the law, we should not do it. Because the Bible says, train a child in the way he should go. And when he's old, he will not depart from it. So these things are easier taught while they are early in life, in their childish state. The Bible says, train a child, not a teenager, a child. And if you are not ready to train like this, please don't have children. I keep saying it. If you can't train children, don't have them. If you will have children, be ready to train them. It's hard work. You are the one that willfully says you want to have them. So you must train them because God said he's seeking godly offspring. Teach them about saving money. Create a culture of saving money for them. You can also open an account to them and be putting something there. It may be as little as $1. Just be putting it there regularly. If they give them money, say, let's put your money here. You will access it when you are at this particular age. Teach them about saving money. Teach them about investing money. Because many of us, what we grew up to know is how to spend money. So once money enters your account like this, you won't rest until you finish it. Because your mindset to money is spending. You don't have the mindset of saving. You don't have the mindset of investing. All you think about when you have money is to spend. That's where you remember there's this shoe, there's this lady that is selling American tops, there's this, there's this. So you will continuously be broke even though you are having money because people don't teach you that you need to save money, not because money is excess, but because saving in itself is a need. It's important. Many people today are regretting when they had access to money, good money, they just wasted it. They sit down, they can't even account for what they did with that money. Because nobody taught you that you need to have a saving investment mentality towards money, not simply a spending mentality. They have to make money as early as they are, even as a child, during their primary school, during their holiday. Give them assignment to come up with ways to make money. Reward them if they come up with something good. Reward them with it, even if may not be quite sensible, but reward them, encourage them. You also as parents begin to think, what will this person do to make money? Because see, after all the books, I'm a very practical person. After all the books and everything, what do? They're looking for a place to get a job. To do what? To earn money. To earn money. Then teach them how to manage money. Money management and then money administration. Administering money and managing money, they are two different things. You see, somebody might say that I could say something like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't give you money, I don't have money. But it's not that I don't have money. I have money that is already budgeted for something. I will be misappropriating money if I'm not disciplined to allow money that is tied to something used for that thing, except when it becomes utterly necessary to change or shift. But we must have that discipline. They must have the discipline that if they keep money in their hand, that money must be kept. If they borrow money, they must pay back. All these little things, you've got to inculcate it in them. These are the things bringing people into trouble. These are the things sending people into jail. These are the things making people to join cult or to kill each other. They remove gun and shoot each other. Why? There is a transaction that went between them. If you don't teach them to understand money this early in life, you will affect them. It's okay for them to go to school. Please teach them to make money. You that you have gone to school, what are you doing every day? Then you must teach them about marriage. What are the things to teach about marriage? Number one, the purpose of marriage. They must be very clear about the purpose of marriage. They must also know the principles of marriage. There are so many principles in the Bible about marriage. That's why raising children is a serious work. He said, train them in the admonition of the Lord. Raise them in the admonition of the Lord. He said, thou shalt teach this word to them while you are sitting, while you're on the road, while you are there. Teach them the principles of marriage. I discovered that many people have gone into wrong marriage because parental training that should have prevented that was not there. At the age of 22, a lady had married a terrible man. had given birth to 2 children. Her life is in jeopardy. She can't move forward. She can't move backward. You're asking her, where were her parents when she was making all these foolish decisions? Where were the parents? What did they impute into her? Nobody explained to her that she's going to fall in love, but that falling in love does not mean anything. It doesn't mean she should then initiate marriage or go into marriage. Please, what is the process of marriage? How do we get married? How do I know when to get married? Pattern of marriage. What are we to pattern our marriage after? And the way you can do these things is to set examples for them with your own life. That's where the real work is. You must set example for them with money management, with marriage management. You must set example. It's very crucial. You must teach, you must train, and you must test. Teach, train, test consistently. Be teaching them, be training them. When you teach, it's like classroom, it's like lecture. Training is hands-on. Then testing is you want to see whether the person can do it on whether the child can do it on his or her own. So you must teach, you must train, you must test. Let me read some scriptures to us. Luke chapter 16, verse 11 to 12. It says, therefore, if you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust the true riches? Let me just even stop there. I can read the verse 12. And if you have not been faithful in what is another man's, who will give you what is your own? You see, these are principles. These are principles for money. Jesus is saying, if you are not faithful with unrighteous mammon, for you to see that how they handle money is going to determine how they handle genuine spiritual riches. If you don't train them to handle money correctly, you will be denying them of true riches that only God can give. So we are not teaching this out of fear. They are not to make money because they are afraid, they don't want to be broke. No, that's not the issue. We are looking at it from a scriptural perspective, from a spiritual angle. All right. Part of what you teach them is that, see, even though you will make money, you will need money, you will spend money. God must be your ultimate dependent. God is your source. Okay, but you must still teach them how to be skillful, how to learn the right skill, and so on. So Jesus is saying, therefore, if you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust true riches? If you want your children to have true riches in life, you must teach them how to handle unrighteous mammon. They must know how to handle money. It's very spiritual. I says, if you have not been faithful in what is another man, who will give you what is your own? So if they ever had time to handle other people's money, they must handle it well. People's money must not miss in their hand. They must know it, because how they handle what belongs to another person will determine whether they will have their own thing. Let's look at Titus chapter 2. Titus chapter 2, verse 3 to, let me just read from verse 3 to 5 or thereabout. It says, the older women likewise, that they be reverent in behavior, not slanderers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they admonish the young women to love their husbands. You see, older women are to teach younger women. That means that, see, parents, you are to teach your children. He says to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, homemakers, good, obedient to their husband, that the word of God may not be blasphemed. So it is your responsibility to train. It is your responsibility to teach, to counsel, to guide, to administer this truth to your children. Two crucial things you must not fail to teach your children: money and marriage. My prayer is that God will give you wisdom to be able to teach them these two things. I'm telling you, if you teach them these two things successfully, apart from knowing Jesus personally, we should be number one priority, that they know Jesus intimately, personally, and see the reality of Christ. If you teach them these two issues also, you will have basically solved all their problems for them in life. It is very important. Marriage and money. Teach your children about it from a biblical perspective. Guide them, and I pray God will give you wisdom in the name of Jesus. In case you need further interaction with us, please feel free to use any of our details, our website, livingthrone.org, our phone number, email address, info@livingthrone.org. And we have all the contact details. Just check the description if you are watching this on our YouTube channel. Please just check it and use any of those platforms to reach out to us. By the grace of God, we are also looking forward to putting this in a book form, and we will make it available for free for everyone, so that we really desire that as parents, you will guide your children right. So that many of the problems they are confronting are the problem that you should have addressed in their life that you didn't address as parents, that they just carry over to now face it with all the natural problems that were already waiting for them. Please, we can make life of our children a lot better and easier by doing what is right for them while they are young. May the Lord help you in the name of Jesus Christ. I am Olusegun Mokuolu. God bless you.